A village buried in the Colombian jungle, filled with cartel members, hidden tunnels, and way too many people with cocaine up their noses. That's right, I'm of course talking about Santa Fortuna. And because drugs are bad, they're going to... The plan is that I will kill every NPC on Santa Fortuna. And there is how many? 301 NPCs. Yeah. Am I still able to cancel this video? And because this is a challenge, we will be needing some rules. Nobody is allowed to see us killing an NPC, not even the NPC themselves. And bodies are not allowed to be found. Last but not least, we are gonna do it all soup only. So it's basically just silent assassin, but with every NPC. But without further ado, let's start the video. This seems just a tiny bit overwhelming. So we're gonna split the map into parts. This is a picture of Santa Fortuna from the sky. The map can be split into 6 different parts. The village, the harbor, the construction site, the mansion, the cocaine factory, and last but not least, the jungle. So I got straight to work in the village. That's one down, only 300 more to go. Yikes. I stumbled across the first house and went for the good old coin toss.
That is the result of poor parenting.
Wakey wakey. And after killing like 5% of the population, it was time to infiltrate this military building thing. Yeah. And I thought it was going to be hard, but it was actually quite easy, thanks to the peekaboo method. And if you already know it, there you go. You're welcome. When you stand in somebody's vision until this compromise meter is a few moments from filling up, and you then break line of sight, they will think they saw something, but wouldn't know what, so they will come investigate. And let's just say I was flying through. Now that half of the village population is dead, I think it was time to move closer to them. The only people in the village that was left to kill was the guards that patrol the village, and they only needed a little coin to be convinced. And I dragged all the bodies to the stairs, which went terribly wrong. And then my target came around, and she thought she ruled the whole world, and she spotted me.
Jesus Christ, that's a body!
No, it's a fucking inflatable sextal, what the fuck you think? Sorry. And just to make it a little bit worse, I accidentally did a gun flash.
Help! Somebody help me!
But don't worry, I would get my revenge. I think this guy is already dead. Now he definitely is.
Oh, Christ! Help! Someone got to Martinez!
Now it was finally time to infiltrate. And just like the military base thingy, was actually extremely easy. Every person was isolated and pretty easy to kill. Maybe because there were only 8 people in the villa, but that doesn't really matter. But what do matter is that we have successfully killed everyone in the village. So we can go down the street to the harbor. This section was tedious, because sometimes I would just get randomly spotted. But because there were so many interactable objects, it was actually quite easy. Unless we are talking about the bar. But I'll get to that later.
Bloody hell. Excuse me, but it really freaks me out when people stand too close to me. Nobody.
Anyways, now it was time for the bar. And the bar has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A lot of people. And I just used some good old coins. I think they just all had a very good party last night. I made sure to grab the bartender's tips, because they will surely get it handy. And after I closed the bar for today, it was time to head for the food stalls. And then this happened.
Cock. Excuse me?
Excuse you? What the hell? And of course, she paid for saying inappropriate things on camera. And because I'm a generous guy, I followed her back to her home. I don't think they're supposed to be there. Yeah. Anyways, I killed the 2 people in the bartender's basement, and then we were actually done with the harbor. If we don't count this guy, because this guy is gonna be the last one that we kill. If we don't forget him. And instead of going for the construction site, I went after the mansion, which is probably gonna be the hardest part of this challenge. But first, we needed to kill the people that were in my way from the harbor to the mansion. That was pretty easy. And now it's time for the mansion itself. Oh, sorry, I forgot about these people. I used the radio for 2 of the people, but when I turned on the radio, they wouldn't come investigate. So I had to do it another way. And for some reason, they're all blind and deaf. So I just threw a screwdriver at her, and it worked. So I repeated the process, and there you go, they're all taken care of. And now we can finally infiltrate. I'm kidding. And now I've accidentally killed everyone in the jungle. But now it was really time to get into the mansion. So I asked politely for them to let me inside, because the worst you can get is no. And...
you can't come in here.
aw, trust me, I'll get my revenge. And now it was time to head downstairs. But then something terrible happened. I got spotted, and that in itself isn't that bad. But when I tried to load the file, this happened.
Hey, who the hell did this?
I got myself into what I call a load loop. You see, when you load a save file, the game causes the dead bodies and unconscious bodies to start tweaking, and especially on stairs. And sometimes they can jump very, very high. And that causes this guy to see them, and the rules doesn't allow that. So we need to pray for the save file to load them correctly. And it worked. I thought we were going to start all over. And then I came to a stop. The people in front of the gate that I knocked on earlier is ghost NPCs. They don't have ears. So I needed to get their attention in another way. And the most silent option was blowing up a car. And you're probably thinking, why don't you just panic shoot them? Because I feel like it's too close to the rule that we are not allowed to kill somebody in front of anybody else. And when the explosion happens, the guys become panicked and you can just pick them off one by one. And now it was about time to infiltrate the party. And I used a combination of coin tosses and the peekaboo method. And now we were done with the mansion. Psych! Rico Delgado of course has a huge drug empire under his house. And he also owns a submarine. Because why not? Now, I have successfully killed everyone in Rico Delgado's mansion. So now it was time to head over to the cocaine factory, and this section was just not fun. Sometimes a body would just get caught in the bush. So we're gonna speedrun through this, because why bore you with this when we all know you wanna see the results and how long it took. And this is also the perfect opportunity for me to say that if you already made it this far into the video, why don't you just like and subscribe, because it helps me out a ton. And I'd like to see your future video ideas in the comments. And now we only have the construction site left. So in a matter of seconds, it will be done. And while we wait, I can tell you a little fact about Colombia. Colombia has a population of just about 54 million people. And now we are done. But I feel like we're forgetting someone. Oh, Music Guy. And after saying goodbye to Music Guy and killing him, I have successfully killed everyone in Hitman's Santa Fortuna. And now it was time to reveal my score. I spent 3.5 hours on the mission. And that's not counting all the saves and loading time. And if you still don't believe me, take a look at this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.